Each week we check out a new gun museum. We call it the Firearm Museum Tour. A big part of our Gun Show Loophole tour is checking out the firearms museums around the country, and we know that they're all interested in getting more visitors and more awareness. So we're going to help by featuring a new museum each week. Let's start out. We're taking a look at the tour of the firearms museums in the United States, and this time we're taking a look at one of the coolest museums, and I'd say probably in contention for the coolest firearms museum, and that's in Colorado, and that's Dragonmans. So we've taken a look at a lot of firearms museums, and a couple of them were created by or with individuals' private collections. Well, Dragonman's military museum is a private collection, and Dragonman is still kicking. So Dragonman has a 65,000 feet and growing museum on 400 something acres, 300 acres, east of Colorado Springs, Colorado. And for years now, he's had his firearms museum. He opened it in 1982, and it's grown, and he offers tours on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays now, I think. He runs the season through the summer, so it'll be closing here in November. It's an amazing experience. All his firearms are good to go. They're live and authentic. He collects, he purchases, and puts on display. He creates a huge experience. You get to go in and tour for a couple of hours. A massive private collection. There's really no way to describe it. It's a type of experience that has to be, you have to experience it in person. It sounds beyond belief. And it's available every week between April and November. So it's something that I'd highly recommend you check out. The number of firearms at this point is over 3,000. Your interaction with them and your experience with them is just different than any other firearms museum. And the ability to walk around and talk to the person that acquired them is unprecedented. It's unique among firearms museums. Unfortunately, the layout of the collection has dirt floors with big heavy carpets, so accessibility can be an issue. But being aware of that, definitely worth any extra effort to attend or to check out the museum. Truly one of a kind, as I say in the passport here, and a difficult one to illustrate because it's not a big fancy building. The inside of the building is the experience at Dragonman's. Didn't even mention the military vehicles. If you're a vehicle fan, you're going to have just as much fun as the firearms people are, and actually any aspect of military history is represented at the Dragonman Museum. Firearms are definitely featured though. As a bonus, unlike any of the other museums, except for the NRA Museum in Virginia, or the NRA Museum in New Mexico. Unlike most of the museums, you can bring your guns to the Dragonman Museum and shoot at his ranges. So plan on experiencing the museum for a couple of hours, but then plan on staying at Dragonman's for the day. You're going to be in Colorado. You're going to be outside of Colorado Springs. There's plenty of cool restaurants. One of Dragonman's favorite restaurants is right outside or on your way back into town. But plan on hanging out at Dragonman's. You got paintball, you got four-wheeling, and you've got lots of public ranges, so you can spend some time shooting after experiencing the museum. Definitely a must-see, and if you're into guns and you haven't checked out the museums, starting with Dragonman's would not be the worst idea. Let us know what you think. Thanks for watching. So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org. Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals at gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching GunWebsites.com. Do 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 do.